Sami. So I graduated from the class of 2017 and I'm a final year student at the University of Hong Kong and I'm studying biomedical sciences. So my fondest memories of Wells are usually associated with the overseas trips that I've been to. So I've spent nearly 12 years at Wells and it has always encouraged me to be the better version of myself, and especially by going to these overseas trips, to these international trips, whether it be academic oriented or whether it be sports related, I've only learned more about myself. Especially one of the experiences I'd like to share would be when I went to the University of Hawaii during the summer science programs, and we really learned how to be independent. We learned how to look after ourselves. We learned how to network with people, and that really prepared me for the real world. I felt very prepared when I went to university, and I'm really grateful for all those experiences. So one of the ways that Wells has really prepared me for university is definitely how it taught me to be a good leader. It taught me to be a global citizen. So, for example, right now when I'm studying at the University of Hong Kong, I've been the student ambassador for 4 years. And while I was at Wells, I was constantly representing the school at every event, and I felt great pride in it. And as I do it at Hong Kong as well, I feel a sense of community, I feel a sense of belonging, which is something that Wells taught me to carry on in my life as well. So I feel that Wells has really changed a shy girl to a very strong, independent woman I have become right now. And I'm really proud of the version of myself I am right now. I'm really proud of who I've become. And when I was younger, in primary school, I really was not as outspoken, not as outgoing, and relatively shy as well. I would hesitate, making new friends, talking to new people. But now that I look at myself, I see my personal growth, and I'm so proud of it because now I feel I can make conversation with new people. I am much better at networking, and I feel that I've become very independent as well. I think one of the biggest lessons that I've learned is definitely how to work effectively as a team. So when during high school, when we were organizing the student council events or class dance nights or even the prom, you'd see that people would have different perspectives and conflicts are inevitable, but it's only about how you tackle them and how you face them, how well you form solutions for them. So I'm really proud that I really learned good teamwork skills. I can communicate well with my team well now, and I feel that it's a really essential skill as you grow up because for example in my field right now, I'm working in a lab, so you really need to make sure that your tasks are divided and that you're communicating well with your team so that things correlate and they don't to avoid any miscommunication as well. So I feel teamwork is a really important skill that I learned, and I'm really happy for that. I think the best advice I can give to all the high school students right now is proper planning prevents poor performance. Because the better you plan, the better your outcome would be. you'd be confident at each step of your life, each decision that you're making, and that's how you don't regret in the future, right? Like, I mean, if you know what you want to, it's okay to be confused, it's okay to not know where you're going, but as long as you have a guideline, as long as you have a brief idea of what you want to do, and I think that's sufficient, because it's all about how much effort you're putting in to achieve your passion and how much you really want it as well. So I think my biggest advice is plan properly and effectively so you don't regret in the future. I cannot be more grateful for all the love, for all the opportunities, for all the support, and most importantly, the warmth Wells has offered me throughout the years, from grade 1 till grade 12. Like, I cannot be more grateful for being there and always making sure that at the end of the day, I can always come back to my second home. And that's something which is really meaningful to my life, because it's really important to have those people around you who you know. Like, there's nothing more satisfying than knowing that there's always going to be those group of people you can always lean back to and who will always support you, regardless of who you become, where you are, and where you'll end up. Yeah.